Won't you be mine? We just can't pretend. This love thing can take time. 3 times then I'm in. I heard through the grapevines you missing our playtime, girl. Your beauty make 'em bow down. I need that body right now, yeah. The love will never die down. Together we can fly now. So baby, don't you ever be afraid to fall in love with me. Let me be your parachute, parachute. 1 time out of 10, 4 times on the state lines. We fly till the end. My hands on your waistline. Sky high, feel the wind. 5 times, won't you be mine? This love thing can take time, yeah. And no matter how long it takes, I'll be right here by your side. I'll be right here by your side forever. And no matter the ups and downs, I'll be right here by your side. I'll be right here by your side forever, yeah. Your beauty make 'em bow down. I need that body right now, yeah. The love will never die down. Together we can fly now. So baby, don't you ever be afraid to fall in love with me. Let me be your parachute, parachute. Let's fly, let's fly, let's fly. You and I, yeah. Hey, let's fly, let's fly, let's fly. You and I. And no matter how long it takes, I'll be right here by your side. I'll be right here by your side. You know this. And no matter the ups and downs, I'll be right here by your side. I'll be right here by your side forever, yeah. Baby, don't you ever be afraid to fall in love with me. Let me be your parachute, parachute, yeah. 1 time out of 10, 6 past 7, 8, 9. We fly till the end. My hands on your waist.
Hello? Is this thing on? Hi friends, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well. Hello, hello! Hi Milky, hi Rowan, and hi anyone who's lurking. Hello friends. Let me up my font size real quick so I can all read you from the craft table. Today I had to drop some USB. What's up, buddy? I had to drop some USB cables to be able to give you this because my newly inserted USB card doesn't work. But I have a boy if he decides to stay. I think so. There we go. Plop. Have a void. It's Mani. You can recognize Mani with a white stripe on his butt. Now, little bits echo. It is. Hold on. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, that is because of the camera of the pet cam. It has been picked up as a microphone as well. So thanks for letting me know. I didn't recognize it in the equalizer. Ray Lily's head snipped up when she heard my voice. Nah. Yeah. So yeah, the little guy is there. You can recognize Mani by the white stripe on his butt. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna bring a little birdie downstairs because he was perfectly fine, friends. He was absolutely doing grand until I went and opened my microphone. So this little guy needs nap time and I'll be right back. Already. But yeah, that's the live with pets. There we go, friends. Thank you for your patience. Life with pets, am I right? But yeah. Mani's here. Make it a little bit smaller. You're mostly here for the crafts anyway. At least I hope so. We just have a little bonus cat. There we go. Let me first do devices, audio. I probably need to disable you in a different menu. Sound control panel. There we go. Disable. There. Alright, computer, what's going on? Why am I getting crackles? Excuse me. There we go. Everything's fine. You were doing extreme knitting. There was a kitty on your lap who kept having to be diverted from chomping everything. Tiny minutes. She really does like a chomping, doesn't she? I had a cat like that. Tyr. Tyr would always chomp anything and everything. He preferred it over using his claws, actually. It was more likely that he would bite you if you disagreed than scratch you. Which I've always found really fascinating cat behavior. Super light about it. He's never broken skin or anything. Aw, that's good. Yeah. Very gentle chomp. Yeah, Balti does it too. When Balthazar is slowly learning that it's okay to have boundaries and enforce those, which I think is good. But if he disagrees with something, he will go nah while chomping, but not breaking skin, just the warning chomp, but like really fast nip. Okay, let's see. Yeah, because there was also... Oh, there was a delivery guy at the door as well. Let's see. Ooh. I really like your Sortember creations. Aww. Canine, feline, and rodent. Cute. These are really cute, Milky. Even she's eating treats out of finger, she's so gentle. Oh, that's good. Alright, there we go. Caught up. I've informed the owner of the package that the package has been delivered. I'm home alone today. Well, for a little while at least. Let's see. Put my drinks down. Got my ladle. Right. I need to grab the flask. paper cup. You can see my tattoos on my ankle. I'm not wearing my compression today. Just at the top there. On the pat cam. The little birdie tattoo. And also part of the pizza. For those of you unaware, I have a heart-shaped Pizza Hawaii tattoo on my right leg. In case you were wondering how I feel about pineapple on pizza, I hope that answers any questions. Exactly, Ron, you get me. Alright, Ladle. Putting you aside for a second. Oh wow, immediately got hair and fluff on it. Wow. So yeah, this is a coating to close up the foam pores to make sure that the paint I put on doesn't immediately get absorbed. I meant to do this before today's stream, but yeah. When you are neurodivergent and live in a neurodivergent household and people with disabilities of different kinds, then life sometimes makes decisions for you. And suddenly you're out of energy. Or spoons, as we call it. That, and, you know, having ADHD doesn't help. Which is also a disability, by the way. Everything in your flat's now covered in white fluff, just everywhere. Though now she's actually being brushed, you no longer have handfuls of fur just from petting her. Good. Yeah, we try to brush our cats as well, but it's not always easy. Though most of them go outside, which helps. Then their fur just gets stuck on bushes and grass and things that they walk through. So, you know, we don't have it all inside anymore. But still, a significant amount. Oh, also good news, friends. They finally harvested the corn behind my house and around my house. Because, yeah. I live on the countryside, so I have mostly farmer fields around me, and we've had corn this summer, which sweats and creates a lot of humidity, like a lot of humidity. So now that that has been harvested, I really do hope the the humidity goes down and I can work in the garden again without catching my breath every 5 minutes or so, without doing any intense labor or anything. But it's just because you're breathing soup, it's not great. So I already did this one last week, but last week. But I'm adding a second layer to really make sure that all of those pores are closed off. And then I'll go get my my airbrush kit once this is all dry. Actually, no, while it's drying, I'll probably go get the kit. And you can already see that on here, the streaks are much clearer, and around here they're still tearing, creating like, not really bubbles, but the surface tension is broken. Whereas on here, it's all the same surface tension. Cornsiomi, but living there where it goes sounds like it sucks. It really does. It adds like 20 to 30% humidity on hot days. Like normally it's 10 to 20%, but with the temperatures being so high, it's been even higher. And the corn they grow here is not the corn for human consumption. It is animal food. So it's not like I can, climb over the fence and grab myself some tasty corn, because it's not tasty. It's animal feed. But yeah, no, there's actually in parts in the US where they grow the sweet corn. It's actually completely changed the climate when they're growing corn, because corn sweats, and they call it the corn sweats, and it creates so much humidity in its own direct environment that it actually changes the weather locally, and it's been really bad, like for able-bodied people, let alone for disabled people, because you're breathing soup. You're just breathing soup. It's bad. And like it was bad before, but now because of global warming and temperatures getting even higher, that's just gotten worse. Like even worse. There we go. Letting this dry while I go get my airbrush kit.
Someone just tipped 20.
Hello, thank you so much. Thank you for contributing to the Over the Shoulder Boulder Holder Fund. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Yeah, speaking of humidity and such, I have lymphedema, and we're still trying to figure out why and how and where it's coming from. But I have got compression clothing now, so compression socks and which I'm not wearing today, but compression leggings as well of a medical grade, which has resulted in me losing a lot of the fluids that my body likes to store, and yeah. That also has resulted in me going down 2 cup sizes. Which means that none of the bras I have, well, I have one that fits, and then I have 2 sports bras because they don't have the cups defined. That work for me. So I really appreciate your contribution, because that means I can today I can buy 1 new over-the-shoulder boulder holder. So thank you for that. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right, friends. Couple minutes. This is drying. I need to go get my compressor. Chest support is important. It do be important, yeah. And I'm not dysphoric about my chesticles. I'm quite fond of them, actually. So yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? While I'll be right back, I'm gonna give you the boy on the bigger screen. Hold on. There's the boy. Zoop. Enjoy the boy. I'll be right back. There we go, friends, I return. Oh, him do a wash. Oh, him done doing a wash. Hey, little himbo. He's our little himbo, for sure. An incompatible part that somehow got installed. Yeah, that's how I felt about my uterus. Honestly. It's like, the fuck is this? Why? Excuse me. Excuse me, why? But yeah, that's been rectified. You know what I might do while this dries? I think I'm just gonna get some... my needle felting project, because I started that on Saturday with you. Because Saturday I've been rocking a migraine, but I wasn't light sensitive or anything. I just had a headache and was nauseous, so I just rocked it. Painkillers didn't work, and I was like, fuck it. I don't want to waste a whole Saturday in bed. So I just did needle felting. The poop is begonus. Yeah. Yeah, let me show you how far I've got, because I've been doing a lot on that over the past few days, because it's just stabbing. We're just repeatedly stabbing and calling it art. So let me go grab that, because this of course needs a little while to dry, which I knew, but I have ADHD and total time blindness. So, profit. There we go. Isn't that basically what tattoos are as well? Yeah. Yeah, though... I am making the conscious decision not to get myself a tattoo gun. Because... that's a bad idea. Also, more so, because I've been told I am not allowed to get any more tattoos on my legs, which is where most of my tattoos are. All but one. This one. All but one of my tattoos are on my legs. So... for medical reasons, I am no longer allowed to get leg tattoos. And stick and poke. I feel like that is the same issue, because like practicing on yourself is the easiest if you can just do it on your thighs, right? But yeah. Different kind of stick and poke. Little intermission here. Felting. So yeah, this is a cat skull that I felted on, and a whole bunch of greens and flowers and mushrooms. And you can see some of these are still a bit vague and thin. So I'm working on thickening the lines, the details. It's getting quite thick that it's getting harder to fold this in half, which is fine because this is going to be a pocket, right? This is going to be a pocket on a cloak. This is not meant to be folded, but it already gives like how thick it is, which is good. We want that. No machinery involved, just a stabby. Flappy has a little skin pads. Ah. Yeah, I know you can also go to like a slaughterhouse where they slaughter pigs and ask for some of the skin or buy the skin there to practice on. I know a lot of tattoo artists do that as well. But yeah. I don't mind the machinery. I don't mind the machinery at all. It's just the fact that I'm not allowed to get any more tattoos on my legs. So yeah. Say allowed, I do whatever the fuck I want, right? It's about body autonomy, but I've been advised not to because of my edema. But yeah, I'd love to get some tattoos on my hands, but those are also prone to swelling. So technically, I shouldn't get any tattoos on my hands either, but I want it. And sadly, Rowan, you're a bit out of the way for me to just come on over on a random day and get stick and poked, you know. Though I should just have a chat with them, your flatmate. Because I feel like their technique would also lend itself really well for the companion cube that I want. And it's only a tiny splash of color for the heart. No worries. It happens. I had that when I started stream with the delivery at the door. But yeah, I've cleaned it up fairly well. There's not a lot of loose fluff on this one anymore. You feel like you missed stuff? Oh, I said that sadly you're not exactly you're not exactly next door for me, so I can't just go, hey, can I like come over this week for a tattoo? You know, I'd love to, but I feel like somehow it's also a good thing that you're not next door. And I said I should have I should have a chat with your flatmate. Because I feel like their technique would lend itself really well for the companion cube that I want. And I, someone needs to invent teleportation, right? Yeah, it really would. Yeah, I had a feeling it would. And I also said I want tattoos on my hands, right? Just some botanical, some stuff and things. But as you can see, or maybe not, but if you know, you can see that my hands are prone to swelling as well. So technically, I probably shouldn't be getting tattoos there either. But they've not said anything about my hands, just about my legs. So loophole. That I am medically inclined enough to know that this is probably ill-advised is a whole different thing. A medical professional has not advised against it. Let's see, what was I working on? I feel like I was working on this one. I am trying to be more consistent about how I work with this and not be all over the shop, because then I'll forget which ones I've done and which one I haven't. So also have a cold thing, or your fingers kind of die. Yes, Raynaud's, yeah. It's not just cold. It happens in cold is one of the main triggers because it's temperature differences. But it also happens when I'm in stress, vibrations. I mean, it can happen. It doesn't always happen, and that's the fucked up thing. It's just I can feel when it starts happening, you know, and then if I'm quick enough, then it's only a mild reaction. So yeah. But on the other hand, I do heal incredibly fast, so... Like, last week I got hot glue on here, on the tip of my finger, and, like, it didn't even blister. Like, there was a little pinprick that looked like it would be a blister, and then the next day it was gone. So... And now I can't even see it and feel it. I wouldn't know it if I... You know, if it wasn't literally last week. Circulation issue though, right? It is. Yeah, I feel like tattoos are not gonna play well with that either. Yeah, which is why I said it's probably ill-advised to do that, but technically a medical professional has not said that I can't do it. And I am also very much of the fuck around and find out variety. Like, I know what I need to make sure I'm safe. Like with my acrylics allergy. Acrylics are in so many fucking things. But I usually don't get a reaction because I know what to avoid and I know what not to do. And sometimes it's not really avoidable because, you know, I need a 24-hour heart monitor. With acrylic pads, because that's the thing that sticks the most. Fafo is the best way to exist, yeah. Your healing's so delayed, it's so frustrating. Yeah, that's an interesting for me, because I just heal at an incredibly fast rate, but I didn't know it was incredibly fast. To me, it was just, you know, my body heals. Until I started comparing it to other people. And then my healing was pretty fast. However, after my hysterectomy, on the surface, my skin healed pretty fast, but internally, my wounds and stitches took longer than average to heal. So I feel like my skin closes pretty fast. And if the wound is not too deep, it heals pretty fast. But anything deeper than that takes a while. Oh, hi, Manny. Doing a stretch. He's so cozy. Did you just cheese wire the way out of your gum in days? Oof. The actual healing took weeks and weeks, yeah. Right, I should tell my dad that the corn is gone too, so we can work in the garden again tomorrow without feeling like we're dying. It's so nice to not breathe soup. Humans are not designed to breathe soup. Got your days pierced about 7 years ago and it's just about healed to the point I think I could start to consider changing out into jewelry. Oh wow. Yeah, cartilage is... It takes a lot longer to heal. But that's the thing, like, I feel like I heal incredibly quickly, but I've had a tongue piercing for over 15 years now, and if I leave it out overnight, I have to push through again because the hole keeps closing. But it doesn't hurt and it feels healed, and as long as there's jewelry in there, it's fine. But as soon as I take the jewelry out, it starts closing again. It's been 15 years. Same with my nose piercing. My nose piercing even faster. Like, it doesn't hurt when I have it, I have jewelry in it, I can play with the jewelry, I can change the jewelry out, but as soon as I take it out, some of you might have seen my Gandalf the Slay cosplay stream, where I took out my nose piercing just to be able to do my foundation, and then I had to push it through. The same jewelry I took out, say half an hour to an hour before, I had to push through my nose. It's been 15 years. It's wild. So as long as the jewelry is in, it's fine. But as soon as I take it out, issues. Though surprisingly, I don't know what it's called. But in my ear, I'm not sure if it's a daith or a rook or something, but it's in the inner folds of your ear. Hi, Lyra. I also had a piercing and I hadn't worn that in... I forgot it existed. And then I found a picture of myself wearing that piercing. And I couldn't remember ever having that pierced. Ever having that piercing in. I didn't remember getting it. I didn't remember having it. I just saw a picture of myself, which just shows how much brain damage I have from burnout and trauma and COVID, and to the point where you find a picture of yourself and you can't even remember having that piercing. But I hadn't worn it in 8 to 10 years maybe. And it took a little while, but I did manage to get jewelry in it again. And I still have jewelry in it now. So, I don't know, it's a weird mix of things. So coming to the weakness of immortal flesh, my piercing hearts. Yeah. Hi, Sin. Thank you for the sippies. Welcome home. You're just here for a little while. We have ads about to start, friends. I'm just gonna continue yapping and stabbing while I wait for this to dry, because then I can add the second layer to this, and then I need to do the bottom of this and the second layer on the inside of the helmet today. So, you know, like I said, I meant to do that off stream, but life is with the USBs. You forgot to check something. Oh, well, can't do that while I'm streaming, but you can have a look at it later if you want. Earring success, nice. Yeah, Ron, so what I've done, little life hack. I'm wearing you know those clicker piercing rings? They're a full ring and they just click into place and then they just look like closed rings. I wear those in my ears all the time because I have my stretched earlobe and then I have a second piercing hole there. And that's why I wear the clicker rings. And I just have different things that I hang from those. Like, left was fine, right? It required a bit of a poke, yeah. So like this one, for example, I have two of these that have a little ring in them. And then if I want earrings, I just hang different things from them. Currently, I'm still wearing the amethysts I wore last night. But yeah, I can exchange those or, you know, remove them entirely and then I don't have dangly earrings. I just have the ring in constantly to keep the hole open. And then I can just exchange them for mushrooms, like this little guy. So the reason this little guy is here, and the jasper as well, where is it? Here. The red jasper. The reason these two are here is because I am going to drill tiny holes in them and then also add a small ring to it so I can wear these as a necklace. So I have because I already have an earring set of these and then I can just have a matching set. I like to do it this way. So I have that with the amethyst set I'm wearing currently. Sal has two, I believe it's onyxes that are the same double pointed crystal thingies, because I already have a necklace of those, and then she's gonna make two of those into earrings. And then I have a set of, it's definitely not opal, but it has the same milky blue color that I want to turn into earrings and a necklace. And then I have rose quartz that I want to turn into earrings and a necklace. You get super overstimulated by having things in your ears sometimes. Valid. I completely forget that it exists. Like, I can feel the danglies now, so I know I still have my dangly earrings in. But other than, like, if I don't have that, I don't feel it. It's not actual opalite, but it has the same milky blue color. But, like, it's too perfect to actually be opalite. You know what I mean? And it was too cheap. Like, it was dirt cheap. I just got, I think it was from AliExpress. Several double ender crystals that I got. And that I'm just giving them to Sel. Because Sel's a goldsmith. And what Silvora then does is she adds... Actually, I can show you. With this necklace. So you have a visual. I'm a visual thinker, so if it helps me, it might help some of you. Where's So, right. So this is one in a necklace. This is a thicker one. I have a thinner one too. So yeah, I just get these crystals. This is amethyst. And I have these two. Like this one and then two as earrings. And Sal has added the silver holder, basically. So that's what she does. I provide the stones and she adds the silver. And I pay her for her work. Like that. And hold on, I'll show you the... So yeah, this is the earring. And then I have these piercing clicker rings, essentially. So these they're quite small. They're subtle. They're nice. These I have constantly in my ear. I made sure that this is actual gold, or all gold plated in this case, but still, so I don't react to it. Which is why I don't exchange my piercings much, because the ones that I have are expensive because they're gold plated or silver plated, because otherwise I will react to it, and because my sweat is quite acidic, it'll eventually strip the coating off. But not with like gold plated or silver plated. So yeah, what I do is I wear these rings constantly as my earrings. They're quite thin, they're quite small, they're clicker rings because they just click closed. There is no there's no little locking mechanism on the back of it or anything, so it's not annoying, it's not poking in my skull when I lay on my side. That's why I prefer these. What I then do when I want to wear a set, like today I'm wearing the amethyst set. I open the ring. I add the dangly and I put it in my ear. And then when I'm done wearing earrings, I just take the dangly off. Well, yeah. So yeah, that's the set that Sal has made for me. Like I said, I provide the stones and she adds the hanger to it. And then I have a thick chain like this one, and I have a thinner chain as well. So I can then have varieties, right? Yeah, it's honestly perks of having a goldsmith bestie. I can recommend. Though she is open to commissions. I think it's !sell. That should take you to her website. Though feel free to contact her through Discord as well. She will direct you as needed. Thank you. So yeah, if you want to check out Silvora's work, that's the website and the Instagram. Please go check out her work. She's phenomenal. She will sometimes post things she makes in the creative channel as well. But yeah, definitely worth a look. Snack earrings. Oh, those are cute. I like that. Hell yeah. Also, damn, that's quite a beard you got there, Rowan. Neat. I like it. I like beards. Not a secret. I like beards. Oh god, Sen, I hope you didn't bump into the big package that's in the hallway. I was surprised. I'd already gone live. I hadn't opened the microphone yet, but then suddenly the doorbell rings. And I go have a look. And there's this massive like package leaning against it. So our front door has like glass. So you can't see directly in it, but you can see if something is like leaning against it or someone standing outside of it. And I could just see there was this massive package leaning against the door, and I'm like, what are we expecting something? And I didn't have time to check the Discord because we do have a household Discord server and like a separate channel for what we call incoming, which means if people are expecting packages, that's where they post what to expect. And I didn't have time to check that, so I was like, what the fuck is this? So I opened the door carefully because it was leaning against the door, but it was leaning more against the wall outside, so it didn't fall inside immediately. And it just says 15 kilos on top. I'm like, what is this? But yeah, no, it turns out it's a wardrobe for someone. And then the guy could see like the shock look on my face and just went, "It's heavy. You want help?" And I was like, "No, I'll be fine. I forgot this was coming." But yeah, it's in the hallway. Because I didn't have time to think about how to get a 15 kilo cardboard box up the stairs while I was also about to start stream. So yeah, it's bringing so much gender euphoria. Hell yeah. Slowly spreading up your cheeks and filling in. Nice. It's looking good. It really is looking good. Hot damn. Okay, let's put this aside for a second. The chaos is taking over. The felting wool has been draped over my compressor for the airbrush. It's fine. This one has a bit of a texture now, which is honestly quite fun. I like that. I'm keeping it. Okay. Putting this aside here to dry further while I'm grabbing this one. I'll do the inside. So yeah, today is a bit of everything. Wednesday's an everything bagel, apparently. Who'd have thunk it? Also, thanks for grabbing Nikki again, Sen. He was fine. Nikki was perfectly fine up until I opened my microphone. Then it was panic, and then he was done, and he didn't want to be with me. So, yeah. He actually asked to be put in his nest with the sounds. I asked him if he wanted sounds, and he said yes. So, yeah. That's why he was there. Because, you know, sometimes he also just wants quiet time. But no, he wanted his bird friends on the speakers. And he didn't want to be with me, so then it was nest time. Like, alright. Can do. From the sound of it, Sen is also not the human he wants. This is very upsetting for Nikki. There we go. Whoops. And this one is also dried enough that I can now do the inside again. There. These can dry. So yeah, this is the this is one out of 2 pockets I'm working on. So when I started this on Saturday, it kind of looked like this. Cause yeah, that's the pattern. Oh, hi, Manny. You gonna turn around again? Yeah. Oh, okay. We're still cozy. So yeah, this is how it started out. And then this is how it's going now. You disappear because I have to go to the shops. Good luck! I believe in you. And thanks for hanging out. Now, I have to say, this is not an ideal combination of crafts, but it is what I have available. Another project I have going on, which is something I need to do outside, wearing gloves, is I'm still trying to dye a wig. So my grandmother had several wigs that I thought were all like real hair, like human hair. But it turns out the one that I decided to dye is not. And after several attempts, I've now decided on the Sharpie in alcohol solution. So yeah, we're coloring in a wig with the Sharpie. But yeah, what I've done is I've put it into spray bottles, and then I'll be spraying the entire thing into the colors I want. It's for a project. It's for next month. It's a nice to have kind of thing, so it's not a requirement. But yeah, it's an experiment I'm doing. And so far it's not going as planned. But oh well. So this here is a bit thicker than the rest. So I want to see if I can even that out a bit. I can't remove anything, but I can make the rest thicker. I just have to be careful not to, you know, get stuck in a loop of making everything thicker until it's just one big blob. But yes, and I've now unplugged something to make sure I have a USB slot for the camera so I can show the boy. What do you say when he came home and only flat the pillow and started to sit down? Yeah, feet are scary. But it's so good that it is cozy under your desk now. I really like that. He found a new cozy spot, Sen. So who knows? He might come back when he feels comfortable when you're behind your desk. There we go. Now it looks a bit more even. I do think this mushroom is done. There we go. This one's drying fairly quickly. There. All right. I'm gonna put this aside for now. Because I just remembered that I've also been meaning to fix this beak. Because it's not fully on the way I want it to be. So I'm gonna dig in my, I'm gonna dig in my fabrics bins, cause yeah, plural. And I'm gonna leave you with the boy for a little bit while I do that. I'm sure he won't mind. There we go. I found some fabric that I can use. Ah, well done, Manny. Oh, the scary part is taking this off. Maybe I can just take it off and sew it on differently. I need to see how... If it's just a matter of this is poorly made, or if it's just a matter of this is just sewn on wrong. I do have some fabric in case I need to redo it. And yeah, I'm being very careful just to get the stitching. And not any of the actual fabric. Yeah, it looks like it was just sewn on poorly, or maybe this is not, because this is not in the middle. This is supposed to be in the middle, but as you can see, it's uneven. Yeah, I don't know what happened here, but something... Stitches aren't very clear either. Something went wrong while sewing this on. Hi, buddy. Where you going? No? Okay. Not going anywhere. We're just doing a wash. Gotcha. Okay, almost there. Yeah, I don't know. Something went weird here. Because I feel like it's also... sewn into the seam for some reason, when it really shouldn't be. Clearly didn't go according to plan here. Okay. Gently putting ladle aside. No. I feel like the top isn't too bad. It's just that this stitch really messes up the entire thing. Not in the middle, and that's what makes it not sit right. Grabbing a pot to put the fluff in. Yeah, I don't need the fluff right now, but I can reuse that. Let me just take this whole thing apart. And normally I use a seam ripper, but mine's downstairs and I don't feel like walking the stairs again. And this works perfectly fine. Okay. This aside for a second to add another layer. There we go. And this one doesn't need another layer, it just needs to dry. But yeah, there we go. Just a little ladle helmet for those of you that haven't seen it yet. The helmet and the chest plate. This is still drying, so I can't put the base paint on it yet. But yeah, here we are. I'm really proud of this. How this is turning out. Quickly removing the flex bond from my fingers. Got a PVA base, so it's basically like peeling off Elmo's glue. The school glue, the white thing. Yeah. So I'm just taking apart the beak right now, and I'll be using the pieces to create a new one out of this fabric. Not as fluorescent as this one. I feel it's a bit better quality than this, so I can make it with the seams in the middle. Honestly, I'm not upset about it being the way it is, right? Because this is a plushie I got for 11 euros or something. And honestly, price quality is good. Price quality ratio is good. I'm just crafty enough to perfect it, you know? So that's what I'm doing. Alright friends, we have ads starting soon again. And at that time I will actually do an actual proper be right back and get myself a snack and stretch for a bit. So I can feel my shoulders tensing. Yeah, let me finish these 2 stitches here. Like that. And then I'll do a be right back. Take this time to go and take care of yourself, friends. Do a bio break, grab some hydration, grab a snack, grab your meds. If you've not taken your meds today but you still can, then please do. And also check on your laundry. This is a laundry reminder for those of you that need it. I'll catch you after the break. All right. Got another sippy. Did a bit of a stretch. I hope you all had a good break as well. Let's continue taking this apart. Because yeah, another thing is like here, this is double, but here it's not. Which doesn't help with the overall shape of this thing. These are all machine made, obviously. Like I said, the price and quality ratio is great on this thing. I'm just making some improvements. There we go. And yeah, you can tell it was supposed to be the middle. But when you're sewing things of this size under a machine, it's, yeah, it's difficult. Shame though that the top looks best on this side, but the bottom looks best on this side. So I was going to leave this stitched so I knew roughly how to put it back together, but yeah, no, I want the whole pattern for this one, I'm afraid. I'm trying to straighten it out as best I can because this is fully plastic. This is completely polyester, so I don't even dare to grab. What I usually do with pieces that are this small in fabric, I grab my hair straightener and I just put that on a setting and straighten it out, but I'm afraid to melt it, even on the lowest setting, so I will not. So yeah, the top's also not symmetrical because of the way this... Actually, no. Tell a lie. It was. I'll be sewing this by hand because I'm a masochist like that. But first I'll make a paper pattern out of this. Yes, no worries. See you in a bit, Sen. I hope everything went well. So this was actually cut symmetrical, just not sewn, which is good to know. Means I can just use this as a pattern. I don't have to get the paper per se. Pen. Boy. So this is an old pillowcase. So this is, yeah, this old pillowcase I bought to make the overalls for my Barbie Chell. Where is she? There she is. So this is the fabric I use for the overalls. Still haven't gotten around to making her a portal gun. I think I'll forego the lights and just make a little portal gun at some point. Let's see. Now, obviously I've used some of the fabric with this. Or was this a set of 2 pillows? I think it might have been a set of 2 pillows and I only used the one. Yeah. Now I will need to grab my straightener. Just to straighten out this fabric before I even start drawing the pattern. Otherwise it's... well, not much use. And the question is, where did my straightener go? There we go, got it. Now I know this is cotton, so I can just turn it up. Yeah, it has a temperature dial. I won't need that much fabric, so... There, just cut a piece of fabric. It should be plenty. And it should heat up pretty quickly. There we go. So yeah, oftentimes when I'm sewing small things, sewing things by hand, I will just grab my hair straightener to iron. I like that this hair straightener has a temperature setting, so I can just use whatever. I've compared that to my own big clothes iron. So I roughly know what I can use on which fabrics, and since this orange is just cotton, like it was a cotton pillowcase, so I can just go crank up that temperature. And iron only the small piece I need. A bit of masking tape to get the fluff off. Not much left, but you know. There we go. Yeah, doing that for these pieces too. Yeah, it's a bit of fluff. Not much. There. I don't really believe there's an outside or an inside for this fabric. But just to make sure that this is folded in, this is probably the inside. Oh, wrong side. We're getting technical with sewing terms. But yeah, in case my accent didn't give it away, I am not a native English speaker. And sometimes the terminology gets a bit mixed up or literally translated in the process. There, there was a bump. And no matter how you put it down, as long as you're consistent, it's fine. Like the direction of the thread. See, that's another thing. That's a Dutch terminology, is the draadrichting, which means the direction of the thread, of the weave, essentially. But I know in English it has a different name. I just lost the terminology for it. I feel like this one's gonna show too much. Oh, of course, I'm an idiot. I have Taylor's chalk. I left the pen holder downstairs with one of my other million project, but I have the Taylor's chalk. Right, needle and thread would be handy. Here's where I find out I have surprisingly little orange thread. This one's too bright. But what is brown if not dark orange? You go here. These are all supposed to be pins, but some of them have thread on them, which means they're needles. There we go. Like this one. There we go. Yeah, this one's better. This one's slightly lighter. Okay. This one it is. Good, good. Oh, do you need a new blade? Looks like this one needs a new blade. Alright. This is just to see how this goes. This is where you will find out I don't have the sewing precision of an 18th century English girl. English schoolgirl, I should say. There we go. That's in the middle now. I'll also get some embroidery floss to do these little nose holes later. Oh, excuse me. I did press the mute button, but it didn't respond. That also startled the boy. I'm sorry, baby. Yeah. It startled the void. I had a sneeze suddenly. Let's see, so these two go together like this. Yeah, just that side. Because this side is where it's attached to the head. Alright, gotcha. All right. That's this side done. Tying this off. Yeah. Buddy. He's so incredibly cozy here. Look at this boy, he's so cozy. Oh, baby. Also hi at me. Laying on the craft table just to be able to give the boy scritches. This is important. Okay, so we have the top of the beak. And the bottom beak. So the way they did this is they folded this all over inside, apart from here, for some reason. Same at the top. And then that was sewn together over top. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. But that's when I grab my straightener again. Because then once I got my straightener, I can just not only fold this to the inside, but press it in place. Which makes it a lot easier to then do the sewing. This is where I wish I didn't just have the big ones, but the small ones too. Just a small set of, like a small straightener would be pretty beneficial, I think, at this point, but oh well. Yeah, I'm doing this really close to my face because, yeah, I can barely see it otherwise. We just have to bear with. There we go. That's a 1. All right. Now I will pin this down. If I can make this work by hand. Otherwise... I mean, I'm probably gonna treat this as a prototype anyway. And then create a new one off stream. A little bit more seam allowance. go. And I do want to pin this down this time because there's too many curves. I'm just glad I figured out a way to press small pieces like this with a hair straightener. There. Hammy, hi! Thank you for the lurk. I hope you're doing well. Oh boy. All right. Look at the cozy void. Yeah. Alright, this is gonna take a while, but I'll be slowly hand stitching this beak with a ladder stitch. Because I'm a masochist, apparently. but it's the only way I can make sure the stitching is even at the top and the bottom. Though I'm gonna be real with you, I'll be stitching this on a machine. You know what? No. I'm just gonna do a simple running stitch. Just to see if the shape is at least right now, or if I need to change the entire pattern. But yeah, no, definitely just a prototype. Too much hassle. And then probably later today, I'll make one on my sewing machine and put it back on. Because honestly, if I'm not doing this today, then I'll forget, and then it's gonna be next week, and then I'll have to figure out how to do that on stream. But I have to say, I can already see this is a duck bill, even though it's not stuffed yet. Which I think is a good sign. There. Now, grabbing the old stuffing and putting it back in. There's nothing wrong with the stuffing. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, definitely be doing this differently, where I'll first stitch them together Like this. And then like this. Should give a much neater edging, but the overall shape does look better because now this is even, you know, this is in the middle. That makes a huge difference. So yeah, definitely. Like I said, prototype, not the end deal, but you can make sure this is in the middle and straight. So yeah, this is good. I like this. Good prototype. Nice. No, this is still drying. But there's the helmet. Here's the chest plate. So yeah, I'll make sure these have their black painting probably today as well, so I don't forget. Today's going to be a day of crafting. By the way, friends, later tonight we'll be watching Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries in the Discord again. If you'd like to join us. If you're like, but Finn, I'm coming in like mid-season or whatever. Fret not, friends. Because the Miss Fisher Murder Mysteries has like an overarching storyline and theme, but the episodes are written that you can just jump in for one episode. And it's all good, you know? So if you would like to join us for a single episode, you can. It's in the events in the Discord. We have a channel called Cinema where we all hang out together and we chat in the little chat section, so no one will be talking during the episode. You can just vibe, you know? It's nice. There. Giving the bottom here one last coating. There we go. Beautiful. Letting this dry. Letting this one dry. Yeah. Oh. Excuse me. That's interesting. I don't know how long that's been there, but that's not supposed to be there. Especially because I wasn't using it, but oh well. Anyway, friends, this is where I'm gonna call it for today, but thank you so much for hanging out with me. Wednesday crafts, yeah. So tonight, Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries, and then on Saturday I'll be back and hopefully finally starting Jedi Fallen Over. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Yeah, you can find me in the Discord. I hang out there honestly almost daily. Like in voice in general, like I'm daily there in text, but almost daily I'm hanging out in general, playing games. So yeah, feel free to join me sometime. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. All right, friends, I'm gonna go do some other bits and pieces, but remember, take care of yourselves, take care of your spoons, I'll see you all around in the realms of Twitch, alright? I love you all. Bye-bye!